This is my lecture on machine management and machine maintenance. Today I'll talk about reliability analysis. This is my third lecture on machine management. I have taken three lectures on machine management. One is on machine breakdown analysis, the other is on preventive maintenance, and this one is on reliability analysis. So failure rate, the frequency of component failure per unit time is failure rate. It is usually denoted by Greek letter lambda. So failure rate is inverse of mean time between failure. Failure rate of equipments, machines, and component parts usually follow a bathtub curve. Initially, there is failure at decreasing rate where manufacturing problems are detected. Then there is failure at a constant rate. This is the useful life of equipment. Then there is failure at increasing rate or wear out phase of an equipment. So this is bathtub curve. Machine failure modeling is very important. In maintenance analysis, it is common to talk about survival or failure. So survival is the probability that the equipment is working. The equipment survival model suggested are exponential, Weibull, log normal, and log logistic. The commonly used one are exponential and Weibull distribution. The exponential survival correlate to the flat part of bathtub curve where the failure rate is constant, and this is the most basic one. Whereas the Weibull distribution have the commonly used Weibull distribution is two parameter, so it have an extra parameter in addition to the parameter corresponding to lambda, which give an extra degree of freedom. I'll talk about Weibull distribution later on. So reliability is the probability that the system performed correctly during a specific time duration and no repair is required or performed in that duration. The system adequately follows the defined performance specifications when it is reliable. Reliability follows an exponential failure law, which means that it reduces as the time duration. Reliability is calculated as an exponentially decaying probability function, which depend on failure rate. So reliability is equal to exponent of minus lambda into t. This is reliability at time t. So once a mean time between failure is calculated, the question is that what is the probability that any device will be operational at time equal to the mean time between failure. And if we use lambda is equal to 1 divided by MTBF, and we put this in this formula of reliability, we get that the probability that the device is operational at MTBF is only 36.8%. This is very important to understand. In a multi-component system, when there are machines which may be connected in parallel or in series, the failure rate when the components are in series is the summation of individual failure rates. When there are parallel components, then failure rate of the system is equal to summation of 1 by individual component failure rates. So reliability for series, for components connected in series is multiplication of individual reliabilities, so that overall reliability is less than individual reliability. Similarly, for components which are connected in parallel, the reliability is more than that of reliability of individual components. This is first example which I have taken. So for a hematology analyzer with a mean time between failure of 180 days and an operating time of interest of 60 days, so what is the reliability that the equipment will be functioning at 60 days? So the answer is that there is 71.7% probability that the hematology analyzer will operate for the 60 days without failure. This is the utilization of this equation of reliability. This is exponential model. Now I'll talk about Weibull distribution. A typical two-parameter Weibull probability distribution function is given as this, where T represent time, beta is the shape or slope parameter, and N is the scale parameter of the distribution. This is a two-parameter Weibull probability distribution function. So cumulative density function of Weibull distribution is defined as 1 minus e to the power this figure. And this failure rate or failure probability corresponds to the bathtub curve. And reliability is 1 minus the failure rate. Now I'll describe in detail about this bathtub curve with respect to Weibull distribution. So the parameter beta of Weibull distribution, if it is less than 1, it indicates infant mortality. So in this phase, beta is less than 1. If beta is 1 means random failure or a constant failure rate. So this is the useful life. In exponential model, we only consider this phase. Whereas in Weibull distribution, we consider all the three phases. If beta is more than 1, it indicates wear out failure. So here the beta is more than 1. So this is the advantage of using Weibull distribution over exponential model. So the beta value provide a clue to the physics of failures and tell the analyst whether scheduled inspections are needed. So we need to give more attention to the equipments when beta value is more than 1. The scale parameter, also known as characteristic life, is related to the mean time to failure or mean time between failure. This is as we have seen in exponential model. So in Weibull analysis, the scale parameter is defined as the time at which 63.2% of system or components under analysis will have failed. So if this much have failed, this is the probability of failure. Then the probability of survival is 36.8. This is very similar to as we have seen in exponential model, where the probability of survival at the mean time between failure. This is very similar because scale parameter corresponds to mean time between failure. So how to fit Weibull distribution to our machine analysis? So if we collect data of failure of a machine, so machine failed during these intervals. This is data collected over a period of time. So initially the machine, at one instance, the machine failed at 9 hours. In some other instance, machine failed at 56 hours. And in some other instance, machine failed at 74 hours. We arrange them in ascending order. Then we calculate the median rank or FT, and this is the formula for median rank. If we rearrange the cumulative density function of Weibull distribution, we get this equation. And if we take double log of this, we get the equation for a linear line. So if we have these two tables of a column, then we can actually calculate the two parameters of Weibull distribution by using this equation of straight line. So this is how we calculate two parameters, and parameters are very useful. As I have told you that beta is very useful to identify whether it is in a phase of infant mortality or in a useful life or in a wear out phase. And the other parameter is the characteristic life. This is another example. This study we have done in our hospital. We have analyzed two hematology analyzers, and we found that one of the hematology analyzer have beta more than 1. In fact, it was in a wear out phase. So it needed more attention. This paper can be accessed from this journal and it is available on internet. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.